This time of year, we also have to be very aware of how the heat can affect us when we're out in it. There are 3 heat illnesses that we usually worry about when we have the excessive heat. Those 3 heat illnesses are heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. And all of these heat illnesses are caused by the body being unable to deal with the excessive heat. That leads for you to sweat, and the loss of fluids in your body leads to a loss of electrolytes. And when those levels become unbalanced, they lead to some very serious issues for your body to try and take care of. Cramps are just that. It's cramps that happen in your muscles. It often will be in the legs. Lots of people get cramps in their calves, or it can be in the stomach. And this again is an electrolyte imbalance. And the way that your body tells you something's wrong is that it sends you a message. And that's what that cramp is. Since heat cramps is actually the least severe heat illness, this should be a real message to people that, hey, my body might not be doing what I need it to be doing in this heat. First thing they need to do is to cease the activity that they're doing. Get in the shade, go in a building if you can, and replenish the electrolytes. If all you have is water, that's fine, but it's best that that person gets some kind of an electrolyte drink, such as Gatorade, Powerade, fruit juice is good, and actually milk is good as well. Heat exhaustion occurs from people who have been working usually very, very hard outside. Someone suffering from heat exhaustion is usually sweating heavily. They may have a headache. They may feel nauseous. They may feel very weak and fatigued, dizzy. Those are all classic symptoms of heat exhaustion. And when you start to feel these types of things, that should be a real message to you as well, that something's not right. And this is one of the problems that we have with people who are working in the heat, is that they work and work and work, and they start to feel some of these symptoms and they go, oh, I'm not feeling good. But they look and they go, well, I only got about 10 or 15 more minutes to work, so I'm going to continue, and that's not good. Because when you continue, you may make the situation much more severe. The heat stroke is the most severe heat illness there is. It can be life-threatening. The symptoms of heat stroke is usually very red, hot skin. When you touch their forehead, it's very hot. They may seem confused. They may be sick to their stomach. A lot of understanding the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke is watching their level of consciousness. Or do you see them not being able to understand what you're saying to them? That's heat stroke, and this is very severe. Get them out of the heat, call 911 immediately, and then you're going to do, if possible, what we call rapid cooling, where if you have any cold water, you just douse them with the cold water. This is about their core body temperature has risen way high, and we need to start controlling that, or it can lead to very, very severe symptoms and possibly death. The children and the elderly are much more susceptible to heat illnesses. A child is not fully developed yet. All of their systems that regulate how their body deals with heat have not matured yet. A lot of the way that we get rid of the heat in our bodies is by sweating, and we sweat through our skin. So when these children are small, simply because their bodies are smaller, they don't have as much skin area as we might to be able to get that heat out of their body. When we have these high temperatures and high humidity, the best time to do any kind of outdoor activities, obviously, is when the sun is not the highest in the sky. Between 10 and 4 is the worst time to do anything. So go out in the evening and do your stuff, or do it early in the morning before that sun gets high and it really starts to beat down on you. Like any heat illness, as soon as the person realizes that something's not right, They need to get out of the heat, period.